good evening. As they say in soaps, due to absence, the role of Pam Powers is being played by me, Dave Silvani, tonight. And joining me is AKBI Khan from Let's Talk About the Soaps for our first time. Thank you for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having me.
And we have Miss Elizabeth Long joining us for the day's trip. Liz, thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Okay, and we got one more. I got one more coming on. Let me see who we got here before we start. Hello, you're live on the air. Who am I speaking to?
Hello, it's Tracy.
Hi, Tracy. It's David.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. How is everybody?
Everybody's good. Everybody's fed. Everybody's napping. So
I'm doing great here. Survived the first major snowfall in Ohio. So.
Oh wow.
Oh, hold on. Paula's coming on.
Can you hear
Happy New
me?
Year, Paula.
Happy New Year to you. How are you doing?
We're doing good. How are y'all doing?
I'm good.
Hey,
You're
Paula,
all good?
Liz.
Hey, Liz. It's nice to talk to you.
Yeah, nice to know you.
Glad to be back.
It's good, but we haven't been. I think it's been what, November?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
it's been
that.
a while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Holiday season gets really, really busy.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
We have someone new joining us, Paula. I don't know if you know AKBI Khan from Let's Talk About the Soaps is our new panelist.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hello.
She's joining us for the full round.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a lot to talk about.
Do you know what?
Right.
We have a lot to talk about. And
Yes,
I
we
think
do.
we're waiting for maybe Carolyn will come in later, but I know Tracy that you're on a schedule and you have to leave early, am I correct?
Yeah, I have about like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we start with Bold and the Beautiful right now, and what's your favorite topic on hold right now?
Cool. Okay. Is it bad that I don't really have one and I'm kind of disgusted?
No, go with it.
I mean, I really don't have one. I miss my show. I really miss my soaps because what I'm watching right now, it kind of feels just like a cartoon.
Like you're not watching it?
I mean, the only thing that really kind of tickled me a little bit is Liam going through what I felt like he puts Hope through with the whole coming in and seeing Steffi and lying in bed and blah, 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 and then making assumptions and then just jumping the gun. Remember the first time he cheated on her with her?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
That's just what it brought me to. And then I kind of liked Steffi, Liam walking out at her, and she's like, oh, what did I do? What did I do? Da, da, da. I don't know. It's just a big cycle, and it's just tired, and I don't like how they destroyed Ivy's character. She's just become a joke. I wasn't really crazy about her to begin with, but I mean, I started to like her, and then I'm like, yeah, no. Quinn came back with a couple of great one-liners as usual.
Yes, good.
I'm really bored
I liked her with Wyatt.
Yeah, but I mean,
I liked her with Wyatt, but then they ruined it.
With the whole Thomas thing, I guess they were just testing out Thomas to see who they would like him with and what crowd he would fit into. And I'm thinking that they're probably going to lean more towards the Caroline and Ridge saga. I actually miss Caroline and Ridge, even though I think that's kind of like a waste too, because it's just, we all know how it's going to end up. It's going to wind up that kid is going to be Ridge's kid by some miracle. And, they went through all of that for nothing. That's what I think. Typical Southland. I don't like the fact that they went there with Brooke again with this whole having feelings or unresolved feelings for Bill. This character has they've just, you know, I mean, she's been with everybody and been with her daughter's husband, been with her sister's husband, and you thought that she, you know, she would just grow up and kind of take over as matriarch. And even if they didn't want to do that, have her do something else. She's a chemist. Have her go to work or do something. Have her go through menopause. Have her really go through the alcoholism storyline. Do it right. Not just like, okay, she has a couple of drinks, she gets drunk, she's in rehab. She didn't even go to rehab. She went to like 2 AA meetings and then, oh, yeah, I'm cured. No, you're not. Come on.
I know, don't go the same round.
It's just so, have we talked since Allie died and that whole thing?
What, about Allie?
Yeah, did we talk about that? I don't remember.
We talked about, we did talk about that, how they dropped the ball.
That's another one. That's just, And then this whole Sasha, well, I knew that she was the daughter already. I kind of just picked that off. Okay, great. But
that was easy, wasn't it?
That was very easy. And I just, I don't, guys, I really don't know. I don't know. I'm not feeling this show right now at all. I don't have, like, a desire to really watch it. I mean, I'm not rushing home like I used to. Oh, what happened on Bold today? I'm not skimming through Facebook looking for spoilers.
No.
I'm just not. I'm not into it anymore. I need something new. I need something fresh. I need something exciting. I understand it's like a 29-year-old show, and of course storylines are going to be redundant, but it feels just,
yeah, like you're seeing it all over again.
Anybody with me?
Yeah.
I'm probably newer to, this is AKBI, and I'm probably newer to you, to Bold and the Beautiful than you are, but I feel like, and I'm one of those watchers who, no matter what happens, I'll never stop watching, basically, once I get invested. You know,
because I've been invested for like 29 years because I watched it since its conception, thanks to my Gigi, you know, but I'm just tired. I'm really, really tired.
The thing that was really getting to me this past couple of weeks was the falling. So, like,
Jesus,
story device. Like, okay, first, I mean, how many times has Ivy fallen? She fell. She got pushed into the electrical thing. Then she got home from the hospital. Steffi came to see her. She, like, randomly just tumbles to the ground. Then she falls down the stairs. Then and I was like, okay, that's crazy enough. Then Liam falls. With, I don't even know why. But it all seems like just so contrived and so obviously for story. Like, they couldn't think of another reason why Liam would get stuck on the plane and, you know, maybe he just got absorbed talking to Ivy. It was like, someone's not doing a good job here.
Can I ask you guys a question? Can I ask you guys a question? Not to cut you off, but my thoughts are just running through and I'm looking at my notes.
No.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who in their right mind walks around with their passport? Who could just hop on a plane? I guess I'll just go to Australia. No passport, no. What? It's just. Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, this is a classic soap thing, but like, still, and I'm not criticizing it really. I'm just like, say something. Like when Liam finally came home, and he won't say what he thinks really happened, so it's going to get dragged out for like a million years. When he finally says it, and he just walks out without saying anything. And Steffi's like, what's going on? But, you know, that's how storylines fit.
I know. Okay. And you want to know what gets me? I don't think restrooms on planes are that big to begin with.
There you go.
I mean, there's no room to fall. I mean, I'm going by memory the last time I've been on a plane, and there's no room to fall. That's what got me. I mean, I don't know if I laughed so hard on that one.
There is room to fall in a soap opera plane. They're different.
Yeah.
what bothers me is that I don't think that the Rick and Maya storyline, I don't think it was tackled, at least to my liking. Rick always had a problem with, trust issues and honesty and stuff, because remember the whole Caroline thing, he had a hard time with just the kiss and everything, and Maya not disclosing her identity to begin with. I think that was a huge deal breaker in a relationship, and I would have liked to see Rick go through the motions in that way. There's layers upon layers upon layers on that. And, of course, I know they wanted to go through the whole, love conquers all thing, he could see past everything, but I would have liked to see him work through that, to go through his demons to get to that point, to, say, okay, well, no matter who this person is or how this person became who they are, I still care for them, whatever. It was just too easy for me, in my opinion. I wanted to see more.
I don't want to monopolize too much, so I hope Carolyn and Liz will chime in too. But that's a very interesting point, and I'm transgender too, so I was really happy to see the storyline. Very, very happy and glad.
Right.
But I think it would have been exactly what you're saying, a lot more honest. And I think they dealt with it really well overall. But to add a little more realism, a few more complications to the story, not just be like, oh, I love you anyway, because it would be, I think, for anyone, even me, if I were with someone and they were, as someone who's transgender, they were, my partner were like, oh, guess what? I have to tell you something.
Because, that's a huge piece of information.
Right, and so it would bring up all kinds of issues. I don't know, Carolyn, Liz.
I just wonder if they're like, well, let's be trendy and approach the subject, but let's, kind of just placate, but let's not be real about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Like they did that, years ago with the gay couples. But now, with Days of Our Lives, which it hasn't really been in the forefront, but then, when Days approached that, then they talked about the issues, like somebody even struggling with their sexual identity, and then, gay marriage and the problems that married couples, they go through the same problems that straight married couples go through. So I think that as the transgender issue is more in our American psyche, I think that it will be approached more honestly. I really hope that they approach it honestly and don't just try to sugarcoat it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, because I kind of felt like it was a little bit too sweet for me.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted some kind of sour into it, and I think that with Papa Avon coming in, and I liked the fact that we kind of saw like the raw emotion from his point of view. You know what I mean? Where it's not just Skittles and rainbows and everything like that. I thought it was brilliant acting on everybody's part.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it brought like a little bit of realism to it, I just wanted them to tackle Rick's character more, because Jacob Young is a brilliant actor, and I don't think that he was able to be utilized that well.
Right.
Just, Yeah.
Well, we're at about the 15-minute mark, so do we need to move on to Young and the Restless?
Yep, sure.
Okay, we do. Okay. Tracy, I know that you have to go and you have things to do.
No, I'm good. I'm good for another 10. I'm good.
She's good for another 10.
You're good for another 10 minutes?
Yes.
You wanna go on? Okay. You ready for Y&R?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Where do I begin? Somebody start me off.
What do we think about Jason Thompson being Billy Abbott now?
I think he did a wonderful job his first day.
Okay, see, I haven't seen his premiere episode yet, but I'm gonna start getting confused because the only two soaps I watch are GH and Y&R.
And Y&R.
And they go back and forth with their actors so much. I'm like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Are you caught up?
I'm not caught up. I'm about 3 episodes behind on Y&R, about 8 episodes behind on GH.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm caught up with Y&R.
Very hard to get
You're caught up with
on.
Y&R.
Yeah, I'm caught up.
Paula, where would you like to? Paula, where would you like to start?
On Y&R?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought we were still talking about Billy Abbott.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Well, let's see. Jack had taken him off life support.
Right.
And they closed the machines and everything is gone, but what you're going to see, if you haven't yet, is it starts with him at the end. It starts with him at the end, and that's when they announce the role of Billy Abbott's now being played by Jason Thompson at the end, and then the next day it's basically a total out of body experience for him, and he goes along and faces everybody, but they can't see him, and he's wondering why they can't see him. But
yeah, well,
a certain little girl.
That there was like probably a little gap between the time that, and forgive me, I can't remember his real name right now, Burgess Jenkins. Sorry, yes. Between the time that he left and between the time that Jason Thompson took over, because they brought the family in and said, you know, he's bandaged, that sort of thing. So I knew that there was kind of a gap between the time that one left and the other took over.
So I haven't seen, this is Oxy, and I haven't seen today's episode. So I saw yesterday when they said, you know, the role is being played by Jason Thompson and took him off the machine. So now is he, as far as the, like, other people are concerned, he's breathing on his own and everything, or?
Well, right now
they don't
he took
know.
him off.
Yep, he's breathing on his own right now.
So they're all
they're just waiting for. They're waiting for him to flatline, and
they're waiting for him to flatline. Yep.
Like Dave said, he's just going through the town and he's visiting his loved ones and friends and stuff like that. Today he found out because, you know, Kevin's like, okay, well Kevin found out they were taking him off of life support, so Kev decides to go make a deal with the Great One, and Billy's spirit winds up in the Great One's office and everything, and he finds out that Kevin made a deal with him and blah, 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 so he's mad at that. So he kind of, you know, he's like, oh, grr, that's messed up, Kevin, whatever. He was going around just looking at his family. Then he came back to the Great One's office, and he was talking to Noah, and Noah was about to confess. I mean, he kind of beat around the bush, but Billy didn't stick around to hear the part that Noah was the one who hit him with the car.
That was so stupid, by the way.
That was so dumb. That was so dumb.
It was like he was beat up dumb. And then Noah hit him with a car.
Yeah.
It was almost laughable.
That was really, really weird.
Yeah.
Really, really, really weird. And I'm going to veer off a second, just for a second, then we can get back on.
Okay.
This Marissa, what is the point of her?
I'm with you on that. I really don't understand. And she's very flaky. Obviously, she's very easy. I mean, one minute she's declaring her undying love to Noah, and then she's sleeping with Luca. So
I think they're just trying to find a place for her, because honestly, Noah needs to hang out with Mariah and Kevin and Summer and all. He fits in over there. I don't like the fact that they're trying to age Noah so well. I mean, if they're going to try and do that, no offense to Bobby Adamson or whatever, but they need to age Noah. They need to just age the character himself or age the actor.
Well, you know, if Marissa was involved,
too young. Yeah.
If she was involved with Marco,
yeah,
then
she was involved.
She was a lot older than Noah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I've seen her kind of hooking up with like an Adam type or maybe a Kane type of character like that.
Yeah. Different age bracket.
Maybe she'll get with Kane.
That's interesting. That I like.
That would be hot because I really can't stand Lily, so I mean, whatever. I mean, she could just go find Drew for all I care. But no, her character just drives me nuts. Nothing against the actor, please. Nothing against you, Crystal. Nothing. Your character is just really.
Yeah, they kind of did like the character a major disservice lately. She got very whiny and judgmental and then flaky, and it's like they didn't know what to do with her.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, I was just like, why is this girl here? I don't understand. I kind of like the fact that they're trying to bring in like another family to rival Victor with the whole Santori thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're trying to do.
I kind of like that. That's new. That's what Bold should do. Get in like another even like
another family?
Back, like the Spectre. I would like the Spectre family to try and come back, you know, or something with like CJ and maybe Clark trying to open up a design house in memory of Sally or something. Please kill off Sally or something. Please give her like a nice...
Give her a funeral.
Come on. Yeah, or something. Or, I mean, have Macy come back for Thorn. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Back to Minor. I'm sorry.
So how do you think that the truth is going to come out about Sully?
About Sully?
Yeah.
That kid's going to wind up getting sick. That kid's going to wind up getting sick. And he's going to need some kind of blood or some kind of transplant, and then it's going to come out. I mean, here's the thing. Sharon never even asked, okay, well, when did I have the baby?
Yeah.
Or
why am I not sore?
Why am I not sore?
Can any woman be that drugged up not to know?
I wouldn't think so.
There it is. There's another game changer right there. And, this Dr. Anderson, I think that this lady is the person that Nick hurt. All the
That's what David said.
That was my guess.
When Sharon was talking, and she's like, oh, Nick, I know all these secrets about you, blah, 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 blah. Remember the one night at your parents' house at the party? You had a party, and that girl.
Yeah, that's her.
It's
either her or someone related.
Or someone related to her.
Yeah, like something.
They could just go the route where, like, she just gets fed up of, like, playing the game and just explodes the secret.
Probably. What do you guys think about Sage? Was Sage out to be the one to out her?
I think she's I like what's happening with her. She's getting wise to her form, so to speak. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm afraid that everyone's going to think Sage is just crazy, though. Like, she'll be the only one with suspicions, and everybody's like, oh, but we love Dr. Anderson. She's helped us so much, and, you know.
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think they're going to be, everyone's just going to, for a long time, chalk it up to, oh, that's Sage, you know.
Yeah, she's just grieving.
Right.
Except for Adam.
Liz, are you still watching Young and the Restless? We still have Liz. I'm sorry, is Liz?
Oh. Yeah, Liz is on.
Okay. I didn't know if she was
I'm here.
lost or
no, I gave up on that.
Oh, you did? Okay.
After what they did to the Kelly character, I'm like,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that came out of left field. That was like, whoa.
Oh, what they did? When she took Jack?
Yeah, they made her crazy.
Yeah, they made her crazy and, killing her, and I'm just, it's like, I was struggling to keep up with it, and I'm like, it's not worth it to me. So I might venture back to it someday, but not right now.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about?
And if you do venture back to it, you'll be able to catch up.
How do you feel about Abby? And Stitch and Ashley.
That's a weird setup too. I don't like that Stitch kept going back and forth between Ashley and Abby so often. It was like on a Tuesday, he liked Ashley and Victoria. It depended on the day of the week.
I know.
And then you throw in what's wrong with Ashley
busy
right now. Yeah. And then you throw in
the kid popping up now, how the mother just randomly dies and stuff like that. I mean,
oh yeah, that was stupid. The kid popped up just all of a sudden. It's like, oh, the mother died in a car wreck because she was on the phone with Abby. I mean, really?
Yeah.
That was just stupid. It was forced.
I know. It was a little shocking. I was shocked right away with that.
Yeah.
I wasn't, because I remember when Abby was talking, and she's like, oh, that's weird. She just hung up.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that.
Something happened.
Yeah, I should have been paying more attention because I didn't even remember that part.
I didn't remember that part either.
I was surprised.
It was in there.
In the sense that I had written a blog for our website. Actually, it's called Let's Talk About Soaps, not the soaps, just in case people want to visit it. But
I love your articles, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you read. Comment if you get a chance. We love comments.
Very cool.
But I can't remember what soap I was writing, but I think it was Days of Our Lives, yeah. And I was saying, it's the old screenwriter or whatever, writer's adage that happy couples are boring couples. And I understand that, and any couple is going to remain happy especially on a soap, only for a very short time. But it seems very sudden that the minute they get home, there's this kid waiting for them, and it's like they don't get to experience themselves as a couple at all, even for just a little bit. It just seemed kind of sudden and, like you said, shocking, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, shocking.
It was like they just threw that in there to kind of, and I assumed when it first happened they were throwing that in there because the kid was, run away, and then he would find Ashley and she would be great with him. And then Stitch would see that and be like, well, Abby's not ready for this kind of responsibility and that sort of thing, but that's not what happened either, so I don't know what they're going for. Yeah.
I think that's what they're probably going for because, Abby, Paul was trying to teach her and she's trying to get advice from all these other people.
From her mom.
She's like, oh, well, about me, I've just been a mom for I've only been married for 5 minutes now, I'm all with it now. This kid hates me, blah, 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 blah. So, she's going to have to learn how to...
Tracy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay, because it sounded like you were dying out a little bit.
I'm sorry, I walk around in my house and I lose service.
Oh, it's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you about that. I think that's probably what they're going for. They're making Abby look inexperienced and not ready for that kind of responsibility.
Right. So soon, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So soon.
Well, we're about at the 15-minute mark for Young and the Restless, so General Hospital next?
General Hospital's next.
Okay.
Okay,
well, I'm a little bit behind on it, but I pretty much know what's going on, so somebody else want to kick us off?
Okay, let me see.
Well, last time I watched where I'm probably behind, so guys catch me up. I watched where Billy found out that Lizard knew about who he really was. And
you mean Jason?
Jason.
Please
confuse me when you have...
Yeah.
I'm bad because I still call Phyllis Nina or Nina Phyllis.
Yeah,
and then I watched Guiding Light, so Cass and Carly was always Cassie to me. And then now that Ava's on here, she's Carly. And I'm like, this is confusing.
Right. Well, when you said
know,
Billy, I knew who you were talking about, so that's how confused I am too.
Yeah, that's the only part that I meant. I got
Liz,
to, and yeah.
Liz is seeing. Liz is having something happen at her house, and Jason has asked them to stay at the Metro Court with them.
Okay.
Was this related
Okay.
back to the New Year's Eve thing where Jake got scared?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, now guys, fill me in real quick. So, Liz has kids with Jason too?
Yes, she has
Yes.
a kid with Jason, and who does Cameron belong to?
Lucky, right?
No, Lucky.
Cameron.
Lucky is Aiden's father.
Okay, so Cameron.
Yeah.
Wait.
I forgot his name. Chad Brannon played him. Like.
I think that was before I was watching.
I was
Yeah.
I'm
watching.
just confused because she has all these kids. Who's
Right.
daddy dog?
I thought
Tracy.
Cam and Aiden were both. No,
Aiden is
Lucky's. Yeah.
And Jake
is Jason's,
Jake
and then
is
Cameron belongs to somebody
is
else. That's not on there anymore. We don't even talk about him anymore.
Right.
But I'll have to look that up later.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Somebody else pick it up.
Vetro Court. Liz is at Vetro Court, or Jason told her to stay there, and somebody got scared. The kid got scared, or something happened.
Yeah, Jake got scared. Somebody was peeping in
Yep.
the window or something.
Okay.
Just to, not to change the subject, but he's Xander Smith.
Okay.
Xander
thank you.
Smith.
Xander.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes. Thanks. That would have driven me crazy.
I was getting a little scared by the creepy things that are happening. I was like, oh, please let the Cassadines not be involved.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
The broken.
Do you think?
Do I think what?
Do you think Jake is behind this?
You know, he could be, because he's a little bit creepy too.
Yeah, he's a little bit, and he grew up with the Cassadines for a few years, so maybe learned a few tricks from their book.
Yeah, or he was somehow brainwashed or
right.
something.
Yeah, it could be him because he wants Jason to be around and the family to stay together. So
yeah, it very well could be Jake.
Right.
So somebody answer a question for me. Curtis.
Okay.
Curtis.
Yeah.
Yeah, is he TJ's father, the one that was supposed to be dead?
That's what I'm thinking.
Wait,
that's what I thought when
TJ's father. Remember Tommy, the ex-military.
Sean.
Sean's TJ's father.
Yeah, but I mean, there was another guy in the picture, and TJ thought
Sean's friend.
Sean's friend, the one that Sean supposedly killed in friendly fire. Was that Curtis?
Right. But Curtis is, what's her name's brother?
Oh, it's her brother?
Oh, it's her. Okay. Yeah. See, I'm behind a little bit, too, so.
Yeah, he revealed, she says at some point, oh, little brother, blah, 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 blah. Why are you
okay. Okay, well, that clears things up a little bit, because I was wondering if I missed something as far as, did they say that he wasn't dead anymore, or?
Right. Well, you never know on a soap.
Right.
Maybe she had a baby with her brother.
Yeah, you never know.
So I'm feeling really bad for Valerie. I feel really bummed about, she has no one. I mean, she has the Spencer's clan, but and Bobby's being nice to her even though the affair happened, but Olivia, read her the riot act, and now Johnny's doing whatever. And I always liked Johnny, but I don't like Johnny anymore because
Johnny acts different than he
does. Johnny's a little ragged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The character is more slimy.
Yeah, totally. I agree. He's not. And he always had the conscience and the ethics. That's why we all what's it called? Mobster with a conscience or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, with a heart of gold or something. Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's the phrase I was looking for. So I don't like what he's doing to Valerie, even though it's hopefully not going to be violent. It's just going to be, ruining her career, which is pretty bad anyway, but
Right.
I don't like that whole storyline, and I hope she comes out of it on the other side.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it either. I think that Johnny has, for some reason, they brought him back and made him slimier and more conniving than he ever was before.
Yeah,
he doesn't even really act like his father. It's a totally different
thing
going on there.
Yeah, and the constant hitting on Lulu, it's like slimy too. It's like,
yeah,
she doesn't want to be with you, and if he really cared about her, he would be trying to help her repair her relationship with her husband, who he knows she truly loves.
And not add any more salt on the wounds.
Right, exactly.
So to speak, right?
Right.
Especially when there's a child involved. Yeah.
And then there's the whole Paul Hornsby and Ava, which is weird. And then you throw Tracy into the mix, and
yeah.
Right.
Oh, didn't you just love that scene where she caught them in the act?
Yeah.
That was great.
That was one of those scenes worth waiting for.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, especially since she had just been talking to Monica about it, and bragging basically, and then she walks in there and it's like, okay, not what she expected.
Right. Yeah, I liked that scene.
So what do we think about Morgan and the bipolar disorder storyline?
Okay. Go ahead.
I like it, and I think that I was actually on Let's Talk About Soaps.com. We were going to partner with a relative of mine who's bipolar, who runs a blog about being bipolar. We were going to do kind of a crossover thing, and I was going to have her watch some. She used to watch General Hospital, she doesn't anymore. But I was going to have her watch some episodes and tell me what she thought. But I think the dealing with the not wanting to take the meds is something that
accurate.
Very accurate. Yeah. And my cousin or my relative, that is dealing with bipolar, she has always been really good about taking her meds and has her, disease under control, her illness. But I've known a couple other people who haven't and have struggled and have had pretty, severe things happen. And so I think that's a really good thing they're doing, especially for a young person. You're young and you want to feel like you're in control of your fate and like nothing can control you. So I like that. I think
they want to take on the world, and they can't.
Right.
Because they have boundaries.
Right. Exactly. Especially someone like Morgan, who's grown up pretty privileged and generally just kind of done what he wanted. And I'm not saying that in a critical way, but done what he wanted, and now he kind of can't. So.
Right. Exactly. That's a very good point, because now this disease has given him restrictions that he's never experienced before.
Right.
He's got to take his meds at a certain time every day, and he's kind of, he has to set a timer to remind him to take them, and he can't control the way he feels, and so I think that's a very good point. Now, the last time I saw it, Sonny was beginning to be able to move his leg a little bit. Have they shown that anymore?
I've watched every day, and I don't think that they've shown anymore, but they had a new doctor come on that Patrick Drake recommended highly, and Sonny, he was like, the doctor was very rough around the edges and didn't mesh well with Sonny, and Sonny kind of chased him off, and now Lucas says he has someone that would be great for him, but there hadn't been any more progress as far as I know.
No more progress in it. Oh my God, he was awful.
He was really bad.
He was
both of them.
What drives me crazy is that they've made Epiphany, the nurse, a physical therapist.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not the same qualifications. She's not a physical therapist. She's a nurse.
No,
there's a reason she's a nurse and not a physical therapist. So that's that kind of annoyed me the entire time.
My friend, who's a big soap watcher too, and I always joke about that sometimes on soaps, a doctor who is not, like, there'll be, like, a doctor, someone will need to perform an emergency tracheostomy, and, like, a neurosurgeon will come in and, it's like, what's going on?
Or a brain surgeon will come in and do a heart surgery, and, you know, because they use Patrick for lots of different things, too, so, that drives me nuts.
Mm-hmm. So,
so what else are we lacking on General Hospital? We've got a few more minutes for it. What haven't we talked about yet?
Happy to see that Robin finally, and I'm glad they left the door open for Robin and Patrick and Emma to come back. And the door is always open on a soap. As I said in a blog on Let's Talk About Soaps, you can get put through a wood chipper and come back from the dead, so it's really not a big deal. But I like that they got their happy ending after being separated for so long, and they went off to start a new life, and it was nice and heartwarming. I mean, it's sad that they're not around their Port Charles family where Robin, we watched Robin grow up. But,
right. Well, and that's really the only way they could have written it, you know. Right. I mean, unless they just wanted to kill Patrick off or something.
Right.
That's really the only thing they could have done.
Right, and no more trauma for Emma after that, when she was so upset about Sam not,
that poor
the breakup with Sam. That was so painful to watch.
And I hate to see her go. She's such a good little actress.
She is.
Isn't she something?
She is.
Yeah, I mean, they've done a really good job with casting the younger ones anyway, but...
They have,
Yeah, she's so cute and such a good actress. It's kind of bittersweet to see her have to go.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So I think she's coming back, though. Don't you think? I think she's coming back occasionally.
I think that she, obviously she could anyway, unless she gets picked up by another soap opera or another, like a movie or a TV show or something in the meantime. But
it's got one. Always. I know. Yeah, I think she did get something.
Did she?
I heard she did too, but
I don't know if it's steady. But
right, I'm not sure.
I can't remember it though. Do you?
I don't. But I knew it was. I heard something like that too. But I'm not sure if it's permanent or whatever you want. Like you said, steady or just a one-time thing or something. But she could always. She could always come back to visit. She'll always come back to visit her grandma. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, Bradford Anderson shows up every now and then, and
right.
So.
Right.
And there's Uncle Mac and Aunt Felicia and all them.
Right.
And Grandpa's there. Grandpa's still on there.
Yeah.
Right.
He was on today.
Yeah.
I guess Robert's going to be helping Anna.
Oh, okay. On her little mission to prove Carlos' life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good.
It's nice to see him on there. You know what else is nice is that they let Tristan go back and forth.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that gets confusing too, but
I know.
See him on GH and YNR, and it's like there's another switch.
I know.
They're basically sister soaps at this point.
I know.
It's funny you said what you said earlier, that Carolyn, or that you? Who watched YNR and GH both?
That's
Me,
Paula.
Yeah.
So Paula, when you said that thing, you get confused. I was trying to convince my friend who watches YNR to watch GH, and I was like, it'll be just like watching YNR. You won't even know the difference.
It's the same thing. They have the same actors. So.
Right.
Well, I guess we should probably move on to Days of Our Lives now.
Okay.
And on that note, I've not watched Days in a long time, so I'm going to sign off and let you guys handle that. I'm going to sign off because I have absolutely nothing to contribute to Days, trust me.
Okay.
But you have that historical perspective.
Yeah, like from way back.
A historical perspective. So
yeah,
we'll see you probably in 2 weeks, Paula.
Okay. All right. Well, good night, guys.
Good night. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay. All right. Let me get Carolyn back on. Poor Carolyn, I got her on hold.
Hello.
Hey, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hello.
Hi. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm on Twitter and I'm trying to get a fan to call in and listen.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. She's been tweeting up a storm. She loves all the
she likes them all?
The link. Oh, well, she likes Days, but she knows a lot about all the matchups. She wants Eric and Nicole back together.
I don't want to take up Days' time, but if people want to call in to listen, what do they do?
They dial 1-718-506. 1540 and +1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they put the one in? Do they put the one in as well, or can they just listen after the phone number?
If they want to just listen, then they don't have to press 1.
Okay.
But they press 1 if they want to come on the air.
Contribute.
And speak. Yes.
Okay. Well, she's tweeting about Eric and Nicole, and a lot of people aren't happy with Rope. They're calling Rafe and Hope Rope.
Oh my God.
Well,
you want to
two major
go off
things
on
about
that
Dave. I
Go
would
ahead.
say there's two. I would say there's. This is Liz. I'd say there's two major things about Dave: 50th anniversary and a lot of dying. Oh
my God!
It was like watching Downton Abbey. It's like, Julian Fellows. Are you the head writer for Days of Our Lives? Killing off all these people. Oh, it's awful. Just rip my heart out.
How do you pronounce the producer on the show? Is it Craig?
Mang.
Greg
Mang.
Well, he's got a bestseller on the New York Times, 50 Years Days, so he's happy.
Right.
Yeah.
I wrote.
Oh, it's awful.
I hate referencing blogs that I wrote, but I wrote a blog when the serial killer things were finally coming to an end, and I was like, this is bumming me out. I don't want my soaps. You can do death, certainly on soaps, and because it's part of life and, the reflection of life, but, the serial killer thing was just getting too much. Will dying, this person dying, Paige, blah, blah, blah. So then I was like, okay, it's over. And then this car accident happened, and I was I was, in tears, all week, and I had to repost my blog because I was enough with the death. Just...
I have to have a box of Kleenex when I watch a soap opera now. I mean,
I know.
It's awful, and they explain, the producers explain why they had to kill off Bo, because Hope had to move on. They didn't want to recast, and Peter Reckell did not want to come back, so Hope has to move on, and I get that. And it's I hope they let Jennifer move on. I mean, she's kind of like the comforter in chief around there, and she's going to be hiding her pain. But it's just too much death. It's too much, even for a soap opera, just too much.
Way too much at the same time.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the new writers maybe one of the new writers is from Dexter. and this thing with putting Teresa and Brady together, I mean, there is, I must admit, I do admire, there is a lot of forgiveness in the soap world, but she almost killed John Black, and she was enabling Brady on his coke and drinking binges. and it's just that those two together, ugh. And I didn't think Brady and Melanie that they were like a good fit as a couple, but it's just like, oh, come on, really, Brady and Teresa. So
did you see the fade out today? Did you see the fade out at the end of today?
No, I didn't get a chance to see it today.
Oh, Brady's not feeling well, and he dozes off to sleep. And guess who's he's dreaming about?
Oh, he's dreaming
of Nicole.
Yes, he's dreaming of Nicole. Because
Nicole.
he's got Daniel's heart.
Wow.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is Nicole?
Well, they were an item there for a little while.
Yeah.
So maybe.
I heard she's gonna. Is she gonna be like, oh, you have the heart of my ex-lover. Let's be together.
Yeah. Is it more that he will be drawn to him, or do you think he will be drawn to her more?
Interesting.
Oh, well, that's a good question.
And how long in the soap world is the period of mourning? So we'll have to see that as well.
Let me see. What day is it?
Yeah.
Monday. Like I saw Kate, on the show recently, and it's like, I know they're just showing, snippets in their lives, but it's like, aren't you still like bummed out about your grandson being murdered? You'd think that would kind of linger, but they all seem to kind of, go on. But
they
get from one tragedy to another. So I guess you can't focus on the previous tragedy, can you?
Well, something that always happens on soaps, and thankfully hasn't happened on days. Well, whatever, not thankfully, but hasn't happened on days yet. Is that people use sex as comfort? So like, someone will be like, Nicole will be crying, and some guy will walk in, whoever it is, and be like, I know you need someone tonight. I'll be here with you. And then they start kissing, and then before you know it, they're hitting the sheets, and then next morning Nicole will be like, last night was a mistake, and I don't know about it, but they end up being a couple anyway. It's like, when I lose a pet or a family member or anything, the last thing I want to do is, make out with them.
Exactly.
But I guess not in Soapland.
No.
Now, what about Andre? Do you think he'll take Stefano's place?
Yeah.
Is Stefano really sad?
It is sad.
How many times has he died? He's
really so bad. He's so good. He's so bad. He's so good. Oh, he's just like he slithers in and slithers out.
Yeah, he just comes in and out as he pleases. But I feel bad because Joe Muscolo, from what I read, I don't know, he is 86 years old, God bless his heart. And and he's been doing Stefano on and off for a good 31 years.
All right.
And he is not in the very best of health. And that's why what I see that he's only been doing like 2 days a week.
Yeah, Pam mentioned about that because he was in the wheelchair and she had a feeling that his health was not good.
Right.
Yeah. And I guess that's why they brought Tao on.
Well, I think it would have been a nicer gesture than did they put Stefano in the dumpster chewing up machine?
No,
oh my God, I couldn't believe
that to be demolished. So he's like under all of it. They put all of this junk over him. That's why it's like, unless you burn that body or something and know that he's not coming back, because they almost left it open for what's his name? For EJ to come back.
Yeah.
There were those hints, so they've left that one open, which it would be awesome if he would come back, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. So you just never know with Stefano, but like you say, since Joe is not in very good health, you know, that just may be okay. Let's kill off the character, but you know, they just love to leave you guessing. So
I wonder if you think they'll show him like haunting Hope throughout in her nightmares or something.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, Andre came to see Hope today, and she slammed the door in his face, and she was really, she's quite worried that he's on to her.
Well, she almost gave it away.
Yes.
She did.
She said, that you know, he denied it until the, you know, and then Andre says until the end. And she's like, no, until the end of the conversation. So she kind of made up for it.
He's quite clever.
Oh, my.
Well, they said that it's been the most watched week in 2 years. So
yeah, that's what I
don't
read.
know. So, you know, it's
God.
so bizarre and crazy, and maybe people are into all these. They're just waiting who's gonna, you know, be the next one to die. Now, I'm really upset over Craig Vaughn because when Pam interviewed him, about a month ago, I mean, it was just the greatest interview. What a super guy.
Didn't you like that?
And, yeah, I mean, he was really down to earth, and he really, really was good. And then the next week, it's the rumors are that he's leaving.
Yeah.
Was it about the next week? I felt like it was the day after we did the interview.
Yeah, the next day I'm tweeting and I'm telling him how great he is, and then we watch that Christmas Story, and then comes out that he's a couple of months. I think May. I think he'll be finished.
Oh no.
Kate too.
Yep.
Kate.
Oh, is she leaving?
Yeah. Kate's leaving. It was
Kate's
just
married
announced.
to one of the. Isn't she married to the makeup artist on the show, or one of the directors?
I'm not entirely sure, but
I'm surprised.
She's done in April.
Oh, Kate Massey. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay,
I don't want to see her go.
Kate Manzi.
But
Manzi,
I wish they would recast it. I mean, I really want Chabby to go on and all of that, and or at least if they have. You know, they have recast that part before. I mean, she's not the first Abigail Devereaux. So they've recast it before, and so I don't think they're opposed to recasting. I just hope in this case
they take their time with it.
They do.
Right.
Well, it seems that she was so mamby-pamby, and now the acting, it seems like when the acting gets really good, the good get going.
Right.
I thought she's been really good the last 6 months. They made her hair dark, and she didn't seem to be so wishy-washy.
Well, yeah, and the scenes like with how they dubbed him Batty Ben. You know,
Ben, yeah.
All of that, and I just felt so bad for that baby, but. What I really felt bad for is Abigail giving birth to a preemie that was that large. It's like, it's probably just as well it's just as well that she didn't have that baby at, full term. The baby would have ripped her to shreds. I'm sorry, but it was like the world's biggest
It was so bad. I mean, did you see her coming out in some of those clothes? I mean, it looked like they shoved a towel all mashed up under her top. I said, she's pregnant. It was bad there.
But, I mean, the cute baby, but very, very for a preemie is like, wow.
I think she was pregnant for, about 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. But,
Well, they've got us talking about it, and as I say, the producer, he's very happy with his bestseller.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And the most watched in 2 years. So they must be doing something right. I don't know what it is, but they're
something.
And they're getting more fans every day. I watch Twitter, and it's amazing the new ones that are coming in that have never watched Dave's.
That's so good to hear you about the two, highest ratings in 2 years, because
I think people
keep talking about the renewal the renewal notice
coming
or whatever
up, right?
is coming up soon. Yeah. So that's.
But I think it was great what they did with the 50th anniversary, and that some of the characters came back, temporarily, but they came back, and that Peter Reckle did come back to bring closure, even though he died, which was that just ripped my heart out right there. Just
Me
with
too.
Peter Reckle going.
Yeah.
But,
they love Patch. Everybody loves Patch. I mean, I'm not too sure about that, but
I'm just so upset with the Ava storyline. It's like,
oh geez, that baby.
Kayla just can't they have 2 seconds of happiness? But I also.
Are you 2 seconds? Is 2 seconds too long?
Well, yeah.
Now,
I
do you
guess
think it's true that Ava has a baby? You think it's a lie?
I don't know. What do you think? Think that's her real baby?
No.
She's saying it's Steve.
No.
She's saying this baby is
it could be
Steve.
her baby, but it's not Steve.
Because she's
I believe
another psycho. Yeah.
He's going to have altered some DNA tests when he asks for proof or something.
Oh, she'll mess with the results. Just look how she faked having cancer with that fake skin and all that when they did the leukemia. So yeah, she'll figure something out. She'll figure something out. But the other thing I liked about the 50th anniversary, that time, when they were doing it, was the flashbacks. I love the flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you think of all the new young ones that are coming on? They replaced Daniel's little boy. This week. This week.
Yeah.
They didn't make him as old. I thought he was going to be coming in. And
Chloe's back for permanently.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Oh.
That I do know. Chloe's back permanently.
I wonder who they can link her up with.
And, well, let me see. And Sean's going to be coming back. But as Brandon Beamer.
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But the young
and
ones...
I have to say, how many One Life to Live fans are out there?
Me.
AKBI, me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad to see JT back on the soaps.
Me too.
Sorry?
To see Philip, you like the new Philip?
Oh, John Paul Lavoisier. Yeah, I like.
He needs a haircut. I'm sorry, I just can't deal with that hair. He's just like Philip with a haircut. I like the original Philip, Kyle Brandt. That to me is Philip, and it's like, okay, we need another Philip, and I'm glad they recast it. I'm glad they didn't kill Philip off. So he's okay. He needs a haircut.
His hair was much shorter on One Life to Live, so I guess maybe.
No. I would watch One Life to Live occasionally when SoapNet was still on, because it was on right after. I think it was All My Children on SoapNet. I think.
Yeah.
And so I would see that occasionally. And yes, he did get nicer hair, but that's just my preference. But we'll see. I'm sure he's gonna shake things up, and and it's your typical, the bad people are becoming good people, and the good people are becoming bad, like Hope.
Bad people.
You see what Hope's done, but that's throughout this.
That's throughout
her existence on that show, because when she was Princess Gina and all that, she wasn't, she was bad. So, I've had people say to me, well, now Teresa, all of a sudden she's good. And I'm like, well, look at Julie Williams. Remember?
I know.
Years ago, Julie was a bad girl. So she turned it around.
Yep. So it proves that they can grow and change.
Right.
For the better.
And I
then
know,
they can also go in reverse.
Yes.
and I know that the trend is that you can't really, that happy couples are boring, but the one thing I really loved about Days years ago, Tom and Alice Horton. And although, Alice was a little mischievous, like with the donuts, when she put something in the donuts the one time, but it just, they were like the foundation.
Right.
And I kind of miss it. And I don't know if they're making Doug and Julie that. You don't see him that much, and I can understand, especially because like Bill Hayes, I know, I'm sure he's up there in years. But
he's 90.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Victor and Maggie, I thought there was hope for them, but I heard rumors that Victor's leaving as well.
Yeah, I heard that rumor too.
I don't blame them because of their age.
I thought he addressed those rumors and said they were false, but.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he's up there in age now too.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be having that heart attack. Caroline, is having
God
that vision.
Bless her.
So. Yeah.
God bless Carolyn.
Yeah.
So they got the triangle.
Too.
Maggie's all upset. Yeah, Maggie's all upset because he's spending so much time.
It is insensitive. It really is insensitive of Victor.
Yes.
And he needs. I don't think he came clean with Maggie to say, look, I think she's in danger.
Oh.
It's more for her health. I don't think he came clean with her. If he would say, I think she's in danger, then I think Maggie would understand it more. So.
If she's in danger from the people that
of the drug.
Want that drug?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the person that they're looking for has yet to come on yet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's due. If I think it's who it is, and I know it's Vincent. Vincent's due to come on.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, he's
Vincent's due to come on, I guess, this month.
Oh, okay.
I don't know when.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's set to air this month or he's set to start taping this month.
I haven't seen much on Twitter when they first announced him coming back, but it's been on quiet. And I follow him. I'm surprised. I'll check that out. He's good.
Yeah,
yep.
And Jordy
Should be
too.
Interesting.
Jordy Villasuso, I think, is supposed to be, his character is supposed to be connected to Rafe and Gabby.
My goodness, it's going to be like All My Children.
Yeah.
Which I love.
I can only guess that he's their brother, but I may be wrong. Because they didn't come out and say it. But that's all I know.
Leave us hanging. Yeah, leave us hanging.
Yeah. And I know Vincent's character, I do know for sure that they said his character's name is Demos. Demos, and he's connected to Victor.
Right, curiosity.
They did that. I wonder, well, I'm thinking too far ahead, so I have a habit of doing that.
Well, it's hard not to on the shows.
I know.
We will have to stay tuned.
I know.
Right.
I like it when the new people come on. It's just, do you know what gets me though is that Days is like 5 months ahead, and I'd like to know how they do their time. I mean, how much they tape in a day, and
how everybody can keep it so quiet. That's, even with Craig Vaughn, I was really shocked.
Yeah.
And Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie DePaiva, I thought she's gone already, but he aired yesterday. I know that.
Yeah, a little tweak here and there. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how they can, when they know that they're leaving, and they can still be such good actors. That always amazes me.
It is.
Yeah. Well, they want to continue acting, so they're going to give it their all. So.
Right.
Yeah, they are. And the thing is, I don't know. Maybe it's they have a certain time when they're paid, and then they take them off, put them on recurring until they want to put them back on contract again.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like a cycle. I mean, we can only do so much as viewers.
Right.
We can say what we feel and all that, but how many of us can actually get something done?
Right. We don't have much clout.
Yeah.
They're going to do what they're going to do. Yeah.
They're going to do what they're going to do.
Yep.
But we'll have fun talking about it until we can't anymore, right?
Right. Yeah. The one thing I like, how about Eduardo and John growing up together at the same school?
Oh yeah.
And he was hired. Eduardo was hired to be the person to kill John.
Right. So it's a bit intriguing, and I'm glad that John, left the ISA, so he wouldn't be traveling. I think there've been some good storylines for John and Marlena, and I'm glad for that, because they are one of my favorite couples. So of course, Bo and Hope were another favorite couple, but that's been ripped to shreds right there, that one. But it is interesting. I think the storylines are getting better. I love the writing. It's like you said, stay tuned.
Right.
It is. We gotta just stay tuned till tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully it gets better.
Exactly.
Well, I think the acting has improved phenomenally. But the storyline sucks.
I know. Are they a little too fast for us, maybe?
Yes.
They need time to breathe before they go on to the next one.
Yeah. And really, some of them that they've killed off, I thought their acting was phenomenal, and they were really good, and I liked the storyline. And then all of a sudden, they're gone, and I keep wondering, well, why are the ones that have been there forever? Why are they still there? What is it? What's their secret?
I know.
Their secret to longevity.
I know. They must have that secret stash kept in a private place where they know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just so keep us around, because we'll do good.
Yeah.
They always do. I don't see it. The only trouble is, with the kids, and that's the toughest part, because they're just learning. And soap operas, it was a place for learning the craft.
Right.
So that's why you see one-dimensional kids, because they're trying to get their grooves. Most of them that come on. There are some that, have really shown through time.
No, look at Ray Liotta. They've got a hit show. I think this is the second week, and he started out, was it Another World? He was Joey Carini. I mean, that goes back. That's got to be what, 50 years ago, 40 years ago.
Oh,
that's a long time. So that he started
Kevin
out,
Bacon. You know?
Yeah. Kevin Bacon.
Right.
That's where they got their start.
Julianne Moore.
So many.
Yeah, she played
Marissa.
I'm not that impressed with this teen cast, but hopefully as they go along. But it wasn't that impressed. So we'll see.
The one that's playing Patch's son,
Joey.
he seems that Joey. He seems like he's good, but the other ones, I don't know, they're mediocre.
They need time.
Yes. Yeah. a lot of time.
And nurturing.
They're trying to get that storyline, but we'll see. They're trying to partner them up too. Some romance going there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot. So I guess we have to.
And then Patch's new baby. Baby. How old is the child going to be? Can you tell?
When was she last on? I remember when she was on.
20 years ago, something like that.
10?
10 was it?
Was it 10 years? I'm trying to think. This is too.
And her father sold it on the black market, she said?
Supposedly.
Right.
So I think, what do you think? Think we covered it?
I think we did.
I think so.
Okay.
We sure
what
did.
I want to do right now is, I know, Carolyn, I know that we have AKBI joining us from Let's Talk About the Soaps.com. And AKBI, why don't you tell us a little about yourself and what you do for the soaps?
I think we've been tweeting. I think we've been tweeting.
Yeah,
we have.
We have.
I'm barefoot blonde, but in the last couple of weeks I've been quiet. So hello.
Loving your tweets. Hi. So my name is AKBI. It's spelled AKBI. I've been a soap fan for 30 years, and I watch all 4 currently on the air. I got my master's in rhetoric and composition this past May, and for my thesis, I researched. Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I researched and created a website / group grounded in the Save Our Soaps movement called ThisTimeIsForever.org. And during that time, I also became editor-in-chief of the website Let's Talk About Soaps. Not the soaps, David, just soaps. Let's talk about soaps so people get the right one. My work for that website is what got me connected with Pam, and I'm just really excited for this opportunity. I had a great time, first time. Wonderful talking with you all. We make a good group.
Well, thank you very much.
Yes, we're so glad you joined.
Thank you, and welcome. And you said it's thistimeforever.org?
Yeah, and I haven't really been, that's kind of been on the back burner because I've been doing a lot of stuff with Let's Talk About Soaps lately. So, but it's still up, and it's a lovely website, and
it is.
There's a lot to read and stuff and whatnot.
Well, all these things are very time-consuming.
Yeah, they are. What were you saying, Dave?
AKBI, is this your first time live on the air?
It sure is. Yeah.
Oh boy! But you go out. Yeah. You go out and do you get interviews with the celebrities?
We do. So far, we've done mostly email type interviews. So I haven't done, like a live interview with anyone, but maybe in the future we will. Who knows? So I think
follow them and tweet and tell them how great they are and
they are.
Well, I've been going to a lot of these. Right, and I've been going to a lot of soap fan events with my good friend Sean Brady from Soap Fans United, a Facebook group, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with. He was like, you need to start going to these soap fan events. And so I've met a lot of the not only the actors, but the publicists and agents and stuff like that. So we have a lot of, things potentially in the works. We'll see how those go and stuff. We got our big thing. We got an interview with Carla Mosley a few weeks ago, but I didn't conduct that interview. Our Bold and the Beautiful Cliffhanger Friday writer conducted it, and she did a great job. But so that's posted on our website somewhere in the blog, so probably buried a little bit deep now. But if you Google Carla Mosley, More Than a Forrester Creation, which is my club of the title, it'll come up. And it's a good interview, yeah. So
very good.
Oh, good. We have to check it out.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm so glad that you joined us.
Me too. I'm thrilled, really. I'm so happy.
So I want to thank all of you individually for bearing with me. For it's because it's my first time.
You did a great job.
It's my first time on in the control room, because Pam's always been the one behind the controls, and I've been learning a little bit each day. So this is my first time. I had to brave it, and thank all of you for your support tonight.
We did a great job.
You did very well, and I hope everything's good with Pam.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so. I believe she is listening in on us.
Oh.
Listening at home.
Oh.
Glad I didn't know that before.
Yeah.
I am listening because I got back late.
Oh my God!
I got back late. My son was just released from the hospital, so I didn't jump in. My mind is not on doing the show today because of everything that's going on. But I have been listening. So, and I'm glad, AKBI, you got to introduce yourself. I actually just sent you an email, so you can check that out when you're done with the show. But from what I heard, you guys covered quite a bit. Of course, there was more about Days covered. And I just want to say that the only reason I'm going to continue watching Days is because of Vincent and Jordy coming on. Otherwise, they have killed off or let go, or the actor chose to leave way too many of my favorites. It's just been a complete massacre as far as I'm concerned. And I have had a hard time even watching the show. So I'm still catching up. I just finished watching where I watched last night where they made the decision to give Brady the heart. Sean's going to be gone then, and Greg's going to be gone, and I don't know if Greg's going to die because the medication doesn't work, or it works and he decides he's going to take off and, be a missionary or who knows what. But I'm not real happy like you guys are with the show. So, but that's just my opinion. I mean, if you I had tweeted out. I tweeted out about a week or so ago that there's like at least 20 actors that are gone in these past few months.
Yeah.
So to me, Days is not Days. I mean, who's left? We have some of the core characters, the older generation. The middle-aged generation, we have, Hope and Rafe, and that little group there, Patch and Kayla and them. And then we have this whole newbie generation that I really could care less about at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's just, it may take me time to adjust to it, but to me, Days is not Days anymore. So
I agree, but as I was saying, it's been the most watched week in 2 years. The producer said he's ecstatic. Maybe they're going for the millennials, the younger ones. I can't get a handle on what they're doing.
Me either. Soaps are drama. I know that better than anybody. You know, we all know that. But just like on any of the other soaps, you don't have to have devastation all the time. Like on Y&R. Y&R has explosions, fires, deaths. This one's in a coma. That one's running over another. You don't have to have all that to have drama.
Right.
You know? On Bold and the Beautiful, it's triangle after triangle after triangle. It's rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. As you can tell, I'm not too thrilled about it. I mean, about most of the soap things going on. There are parts that I do enjoy, but right now I'm not real happy with them. With General Hospital, I think that's probably the only one I'm happy with right now.
I'm happiest with GH, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, well, I guess we need to accept that that's the sign of the times. I mean, that's what, even with movies, everything is blood and gore and bang 'em up, shoot 'em up, and it's...
in numbers.
But that's not what kept the soaps on for 50 years either.
Right.
No.
True. I agree.
There's not a problem with moving into the 20-whatever century we're in right now. You have to do that. You have to progress. Yeah. But you also have to keep what works.
Yeah.
What has kept those viewers for 50 years.
I think on Y&R, it's a Charles Pratt Jr. head writer thing because, and weirdly, I do love Melrose Place. I still watch it on my DVDs. But he loves explosions and car crashes and hostage situations.
That's Pratt.
All that.
Yeah.
And it's like, it doesn't translate in daytime for some reason.
No, it doesn't. And as you can tell, he hates women.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what woman on the show is happy, other than right now at this minute, all I can think of is Chelsea. Who else is happy? Look what they're doing to Sharon. They've destroyed her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, I don't know. I'm bleh. Hopefully it turns around. Hopefully Pratt gets gone real quick because he's not working for me. When they said he was joining, I was not happy about it. I knew this was going to happen. He destroyed my families on GH. I've seen too much of what he can do. I will give him kudos for what he has done in the nighttime shows, because that's where I think he needs to be. But he doesn't belong in daytime.
What are his nighttime shows? Which one?
Melrose Place, Ugly Betty.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I think he was Sunset Beach.
Was it the Lying Game? I think was another one, or one of those.
Lying
no,
Game, yes.
Hollywood Heights.
No,
that was a good.
That was with Jill. Yeah.
I mean, he's done quite a few primetime ones that are good, but daytime, I don't think he belongs there. That's all there is to it. So
I completely agree.
Thank you.
Well, definitely is. Yeah, definitely is changing for sure.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thought that I'm thinking of. If say that we are responsible for trying to get Pratt out of Young and the Restless, right? And then they bring someone else in. What happens if the numbers go down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's the storyline, it's not going to go down.
Right.
I mean, no matter what they do with Y&R, it seems to always stay number one.
I know.
So why not change the writer if so many people are unhappy with what's going on?
Right.
You know, think about
it. Like I said, I don't want to keep mentioning blogs we wrote. But we wrote another blog on letstalkaboutsoaps.com that's we gave them a couple nicknames, Jill Farron Phelps and Charles Pratt Jr. Frat, P-H-R-A-T-T. And we said that we want them out at Young and the Restless before they kill it, like they killed all my children, and
right.
And we gave everyone,
Santa Barbara. They did Santa Barbara.
Right.
He and Jill
and
Santa Barbara, all right?
We gave links to like email, the powers that be.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with another Pam. I can't think of her Twitter name. It's at Cleopatra something. She has been trying to get rid of them since they started, and she has. Oh my God! I've never seen anybody work as hard as she has to try to get rid of them. Daily, hourly, tweeting out the information, writing blogs, having people call, giving the addresses out, tweet to the people. She worked her butt off, but it didn't accomplish anything.
Now her name is, her Twitter name is what? You said Cleopatra something?
It's Cleopatra something. I can't think of what the rest
40?
of it is. Maybe. Yeah, I think it might be.
I have to look her up then.
Yeah, I mean, she has been so diligent, so hardworking, and, when she found out that they basically re-signed contracts and stuff like that and that they weren't going anywhere, she finally gave up because she's been working on this for as long as they've been on, and they've been the writer and producer or whatever. I was going to say 2 or 3 years now. She was consistently doing this daily. She worked her butt off, and it's not helping. So unless unless Sony decides that those 2 people are not working anymore for the show, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah, right. The powers that be. Yep.
Yeah. Right. And remember, Sony controls days too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, we're almost out of time here. So, thanks everybody for joining tonight, and we'll be back again on the 4th Thursday of the month. I do not have a calendar in front of me to say what date that is. Let's see. That would be the 27th, so 14 days from today. The 27th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
28th.
28th?
Yeah. 28th?
Oh, 28th. Yeah. Okay. I'm off on my days. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll be back on the 28th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope everybody joins in. 28th. What am I saying? I don't know. You guys pick a day.
You've lost one of the days of your life.
Yeah, right?
Pick a day. Pick a day.
Yeah, pick a day, and then, somebody call in, somebody join us, somebody listen, pick a day, But the one good thing is, even if I get the date wrong, you can come back and listen to the podcast when the shows are over. They're, always available to listen to. You can listen to them either through the link on Blog Talk or on take2radio.com. That's with the number 2. And I post on Facebook and that and tweet it out, of course. So any listeners, if you'd like to follow us, it's at Take-Two Radio on Twitter, at Take-Two, T2R Soap Review, because you can't fit the whole name. And then also at Take-Two Radio Crew, at Barefoot Blonde 5.
5.
Okay. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Miss Elizabeth Long.
It sounds like you're doing an Academy Award. Thank you. Keep going.
At Miss Elizabeth Long, but that's MS, right?
Ms., yes.
Okay, Ms. And then at LTA Soap, right?
Yep.
Let's talk about soap.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got them all. So if you don't remember them, and Tracy is at T_Ann Blair. And if you don't remember that, it's on the website, it's on the Blog Talk link, it's in the description. You can find it anywhere, or just tweet one of us, and we'll tell you everybody.
give the phone number again. Phone number.
Phone number 1-718-506-1540 if you want to call in and share your thoughts on your soap or soaps, and depending on how many you watch, we're always happy to take callers. So I think that's it. Anybody else?
Nope. Covered it all.
Okay. Paula? Yeah.
Oh, Paula. Okay, at Paula Soapbox. PAULA Soapbox. Paula Soapbox. Thank you, David. Try to remember all that. Everybody have a good night. Thanks for doing the show.
Thanks for this amazing opportunity, Pam.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm very happy to have you.
Great. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you guys next 2 weeks.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. 2 weeks. Whatever date that is. We'll see ya.
Bye. Bye for now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
God bless. Take care.
Bye.
Get connected with Take Two Radio on Facebook or Twitter at Take Two Radio. For email updates on future shows, follow at Blog Talk Radio. For previous episodes, upcoming guests, and more, visit TakeTwoRadio.com.